Hey guys, how you doing? Back with another video. Back with another video, I guess, about something I've been thinking about for a while. Something's been happening in the gaming industry, but also in like the film industry, I guess, for years and years now. And it's really affecting our childhoods, as you've probably seen by the title of this video. They're called Order 66 on everything we ever loved. No, but if you did grow up, I guess, in the early 2000s, it's unfortunate to see a lot of things, a lot of franchises, a lot of game IPs that have sort of gone to the dust that were the pinnacle at one point, you know. And I guess why have I got this God of War Lao Fei, you know, page up here on YouTube? And it's mainly because the controversy surrounding it sort of prompted me to sort of think about this. Obviously, they released this the other day at the Sony State of Play, I think it's called. And there's a lot of controversy around, I guess, the game. A lot of people, you know, are blaming sort of the fact that it's a female, like you're playing a female now. I don't think that's the actual problem that I would have with the game. I just think that if it's a God of War game, you sort of, want to play as Kratos, the God of War. Um, and especially with like sort of the life cycle, how often they release these God of War games. We like waited like 4 to 5 years for another one, and they've sort of given us this, and it does look cool. Like the trailer was pretty cool for it. The combat looked cool. I think the some of the things that sort of come into question for me are like the talking cube. It's like a meme character they've brought in now. And it's, yeah, I mean, that looks pretty questionable to me. Overall, I guess it's not really my sort of game that I'd love anyway, but it does look pretty cool. I can see why there's a lot of controversy around it. People are like getting extremely heated about it. I think it's Sony Santa Monica has like come out and like sort of defended themselves, like, like backed up against the wall, admitting, saying things like, oh, there's going to be more Kratos stories and everything. So they're feeling the heat. It's unfortunate for, I guess, the game developers that have made the game, but at the same time, what prompted all of this is why can't the industry sort of just give us what we want half the time? Like, I don't know if you guys think it sometimes, but doesn't it feel obvious with what I guess audiences really want at the end of the day? And like, I guess that's a tough one because at the same time you get people that hate everything that people do, but some of these things just seem obvious. And why I say they're attacking our childhood, because I'm going to go through some of the things I guess that really that they've destroyed. So God of War, I'm not saying they've destroyed God of War, but this could be the beginning of the end. No, I don't think so. I think the game is going to be a good game either way. I just think the direction they went isn't popular among the big God of War fans. Going into other things that I guess I grew up on that they killed, the big one, obviously Star Wars. I'm going to move my head here. Look what they did to our boy. This is how they brought Luke Skywalker back after all these years. He's drinking like blue titty milk. I just, we all, I mean, I think most of people that are watching this agree that what Disney have done with Star Wars since they sort of took it over is absolutely like unforgivable. I was a huge Star Wars fan, a fan of the franchise. Um, and I did have a bit of hope after Force Awakens was released, because I guess they sort of nostalgia baited us with a lot of the things in there. They didn't have Luke in there until like the very end, and we were going to see him in the next movie. And then Ryan Johnson took over The Last Jedi, and The Last Jedi came out, and I think it like killed half the fan base in 2.5 hours. So obviously Disney's done a lot of things that killed Star Wars. I think their handling of Luke is probably one of the worst things they could have ever done as a character. And then I don't think they've really had any other great hits with anything else they've done. I think Andor is probably like the best show. I don't like Ahsoka. I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi show like had pretty cool things in it, but overall it was a complete joke. Like the chase scene with like Leia as a kid, like, oh god, I didn't want to think about it. So it's so bad. Um, but yeah, it's really put me off. Like I don't even watch anything anymore. I think the Jedi games, have been like the only thing that sort of kept it sort of going. I mean, Ubisoft did Star Wars Outlaws, which is absolutely terrible, a waste of time game. I don't know who thought or who green lighted that game. Like why anyone would have thought we would have liked that game. The Jedi games are pretty cool. Following Cal Kestis, that's about the only thing. But it has so much potential. Like Star Wars has so much potential. Going back to why can't they just give us what we want? It's like bro, make an Old Republic show or a trilogy of movies. Like, why did they release a Grogu Mandalorian movie after the series sort of fell off after season three? It's like, what are what are they thinking? So we've had no fan service at all. There's so many cool characters that have already been established they could have explored. Yet they want to keep creating, new characters that are falling flat for toy sales. Like, the whole reason why they were pushing Mandalorian Grogu is the fact that Grogu sells good, you know, toys. Like, it's just it's a money grab, which I guess a lot of it is anyway. But at the same time, they could make a shit ton more money if they had more fans of the series rather than killing all the original fans of the series off and relying on a really young generation to buy toys and parents to buy toys. But it's just like when I think about it, it's like the simple things. Like, why couldn't they do what everyone wanted? Like, we didn't want Luke Skywalker like that. We don't want these shows that they're releasing, like The Acolyte. Like The Acolyte. Like, did anyone even watch? Like, it is so. Anyways, it's such a mistreatment of Star Wars. Um, I think going on to other things, like, I think back to where for me it sort of started tipping. Back in 2012 when The Hobbit got released, and I don't think The Hobbit as a trilogy are like the worst movies ever. I just think the management and the way they handled it. I think it was Warner Brothers. Like, they they tried to extend one book into a trilogy. The book itself is smaller than the first Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship book, and they try to make three movies, so they filled it all with junk. It's like, it's just once again that sort of corporate greediness where they didn't need to do it, but they wanted a trilogy, so they strung it all out. They brought Peter Jackson back in the end, which was a good choice, but even then, like most of, like I didn't yeah, did not love The Hobbit. I mean, Lord of the Rings being a masterpiece. That's like the best trilogy of all time. Like, tell me, like, this could be a controversial take. I don't think it's a controversial take. Better than the original Star Wars trilogy. It is the best trilogy of all time. Tell me what you think about that. Am I missing something that's better than that? I just really don't think I am. Oh, wait. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith could actually beat out Lord of the Ring. No, it definitely couldn't. But still, that was a lot of fan service. That was George Lucas's original work. That was awesome. But yeah, and then they brought out The Hobbit. And they started smearing it, and then Amazon got a hold of it and did the Rings of Power. And I just can't get around. Oh, just doesn't feel like Middle Earth. Do not like that series. Once again, uh, they just destroy everything around these things. And look, we got a Hunt for Gollum movie coming out, and hopefully it is great. I'm really holding out hope for it. It could be absolutely awesome. But once again, they sort of just like throw water on the fire of like, just leave them alone. Keep Lord of the Rings out of it. They did good with Lord of the Rings games, Shadow of Middle Earth and all them. But it's like, then they've killed it and we haven't seen anything in over 10 years. And it was such a successful series. Like, bring it back. It seems like the most underutilized. Am I asking for more junk? It is the most underutilized, I guess, franchise in the gaming industry, which could be a good thing because they could absolutely destroy it. I mean, am I forgetting about that Gollum game? I'm forgetting about the Gollum game. That was absolutely terrible. If they pump out junk like that, we don't want to see it. Leave it where it lies while it's still got some dignity. But yeah, they had that. I think they've done, Harry Potter, when I think about it, they've done it pretty well. The Fantastic Beasts obviously weren't like the best movies ever, but I actually want to see what happens at the end of it. Like, they've stopped production on the rest of the Fantastic Beasts films. I didn't think the last one with Mads was too bad. I thought it was probably the best out of the three. I want to see more of it. But they got the Harry Potter HBO series coming out, and like it, I can't imagine, like, it looks really good. But there's controversy around that again with Snape, the casting, and all that. Do I really care at the end of the day? I think it's weird, the casting, especially. Maybe I'm pretty sure J.K. Rowling had, passages in the book about the character. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a big issue as long as they don't destroy the bones of that. Like, that is our favorite Christmas movie for me, anyway. Personally, that's my favorite Christmas series. Um, but yeah, I don't really have a big problem with that. Like, there was a lot of controversy around it. Yeah, whatever. I just want to see the show. I don't really care about the casting too much as long as those actors are faithful to the roles. Um, but yeah, I mean, they've gone through. They're slaughtering everything we ever loved. They've like they called a Palpatine Order 66 on everything. I'm just sick of it at this stage. But let me know what you guys think. Is there anything else that I've missed that absolutely destroyed for us that we grew up on? They're going to make their way through everything at this at this rate. But leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about it, and I'll see you in the next one.